So let's start our discussion with this concept of decorators in Python. So what is this decorator? Name sounds very fancy. The concept is also very interesting. It is in continuation with what we had seen earlier. What we had seen earlier was a concept of inner function or nested function. And these decorators are nothing but continuation of the same particular topic of nested or inner functions that we had seen, nested or inner function that we had seen. So let's understand how these decorators can be put to use and the new syntax of using decorator, how does it make the things much more simpler. So there are two types of decorators that we actually come across. The first is the function decorators, another is the class decorator. We will be focusing today only on the one decorator, that is function decorators. And later we will talk about this concept called as class decorator once we are aware of this concept of classes. So this class decorator is something that we'll take up later. Today we'll focus only on this function decorator. So keep in mind, our discussion of decorators does not get over today. It is going to continue. We are just we'll be covering one part of it, that is function decorators, and class decorators will be covering later. So decorators in Python is any callable Python object that can be used to modify a function or a class. So today we are not talking about class, we are talking only about a function. So we are saying it is something, it's anything which is callable and that can modify a behavior of a function. Let's stick to function today. We are not talking about classes today. So it can actually change the behavior of a function. Now, what do you mean by behavior of a function? Normally, when I call a function, what happens? Whatever are the instructions which are there inside the function, they are the only instructions that will get executed. And if you have to change the behavior of a function, that means there should be some additional instruction that has to come into the function. Now, that cannot happen at runtime. And that is precisely what I would like to do. That means there is a function that we have already designed. Normally, when you give a call to a function, it was carrying out some task. Now you would like to carry out some additional task without changing that particular function. Now, how is this thing possible? Now, that is made possible by using this particular concept called as decorator. So this statement is very useful, important. It says that can be used to modify a function. So it can modify a behavior of a function. The core operations will still remain the same, but certain operation inside that particular function can actually be modified. And we'll explore today how we can modify a function without changing the code of the function. A reference to a function, func, or a class C is passed to a decorator, and the decorator returns the modified function of a class. That means basic idea is functions are first class objects. We have been seeing. Last time we looked at functions as object. So we could pass a function at any place. We can return a function. We can pass a function to a function. We can return a function. We can store a function. That's the concept that we have learned in functions as objects in Python. Now here what we are going to do is a reference to a function or a class is passed to a decorator. So decorator is also something like a function to which I will be passing a function. Now the decorator to which I have passed a reference of a function, that means my function object, a reference of a function, will actually modify our function, which actually modify the behavior of a function. So that's the basic idea. So we'll have a decorator to which we'll pass our function reference, and the decorator will modify that behavior of the function and will return you the modified function and return you the modified function. So we are going to achieve all the things. We are going to pass a reference to a function, and it's also going to return a function for us. But what function? Modified function is what is going to return. Now, how does the behavior get modified is what I'll demonstrate with the help of a simple example. A modified function or class usually contains call to the original function or the class. The modified function contains a call to the original function. Now, this is the basic idea that you need to understand. Decorators are used to enhance existing function without changing their definition. That means you are going to add some behavior to that particular function without touching that particular function, without making any change to that function. That function will carry out some additional operation. Decorator by itself is itself a callable and takes another callable and returns another callable. Don't get worried about callable. Callable is anything to which we can call. And I showed you last time, we can create an object which is also callable. We can have functions anyway callable. So function itself is callable. So we can call a function. Let's stick to only function. Function itself is callable. So decorator can be a function. And how is this function? It will take another callable as its parameter, as an argument. So that means to this decorator, we will be passing another function. That's second part. First thing is decorator itself is callable. Now, till the time we are not talking about class, we'll stick to only function. So decorator itself are a function. Second thing says we can pass a function to it as a parameter. So that's the second thing. And third thing, it says it will return a function. So there are three things that are going to happen. Decorate itself is a callable, that means a function. We're going to pass a function to it as a parameter, and it's going to return a function. So it is a closure, similar kind of thing. Yes, it is a closure, but that we are going to use it in a slightly different fashion. Decorate is a function that takes another function and returns another function, although it's more than just that. Let's see what it can do more. So decorator wraps a function, modifying its behavior. This is what we need to understand. Decorator wraps a function, modifying its behavior. That is something more that the function earlier did not do. Now your function is going to carry out that additional operations as well. So today we're going to focus on concept called as function decorators only. Any behavior that we imagine adding, really wrapping around a function call is a candidate for a custom function decorator. That means you actually had a function and you needed a wrapper. That wrapper will wrap that particular function. That means that wrapper will contain that particular function and can do some operation before the function, can do that operation something after the function. Such is a wrapper that we'd like to create, which will hold a function, which will actually have a function call inside it. So those are my function decorators. So decorator itself is callable, that returns callable. That means it is a function, okay, to which will also return a function. It returns an object to be called later when the decorator function is invoked through its original name. Now, these statements may sound a bit confusing, but with the help of example, things will actually become very, very clear. So I'll come to the notation later. Let me take a simple example first, just to understand the basic idea about decorators. So look at this my decorator function. It's a my decorator. So this my decorator is a function which takes in a single parameter, and I actually plan to pass a function as a parameter to it. Inside it, it has an inner class called as inner method called as wrapper. And what is this wrapper doing? It is carrying out some operation before the function is called. It's carrying out some operation after the function has been called. So this my decorator function is taking a function as a parameter and is also returning another function. So it takes one function as a parameter and returns another function. Watch this very carefully. It takes func as a parameter and returns wrapper as a parameter. But this wrapper that is available is carrying out some operation before the function is called and is also carrying out some operation after the function is called. So it is effectively going to enhance the behavior of this particular function. So when I use this my decorator, what will actually happen is it's going to return a wrapper. And if I call wrapper, it will carry out not just the operation that we had specified in the function. These are two additional operations also it will go ahead carrying out. Let's have a look at it. So I have a function called as say hello, which prints hello. Now what I'm going to do, this syntax may look a bit weird to you, but remember the def keyword only creates an identifier. So here, when I have created this particular function, there is only an identifier called as my decorator that has been created. When I run this particular function, there is only a identifier called as say hello has been created. Plus there is a function object also that has been created. Plus there is a function object also that has got created. So let's continue further. What am I doing now? I'm giving a call to my decorator. My decorator itself is callable, its function. Note, I'm repeating the statements which we had seen across in the slides. I'm passing another function callable as a parameter. Say hello is a callable, so I'm passing it as a parameter. So if I say what is say hello, so say hello is nothing but a function. It's a function. Okay, what is my decorator? What is my decorator? That's also a function. So my decorator is a callable to which I'm going to pass another callable. Okay, watch it very carefully. And it is going to return some other callable because the wrapper is also a function. The only thing is I cannot work and print wrapper over here because it is inner function. So I cannot directly access it over here on the command prompt and show it to you. So that cannot be possible, but then that's also a function that we see. Now, when I give a call to this my decorator and I pass say hello as a parameter, this say hello that I have passed will be received in func. And then it is defining a wrapper function inside it, nested function, inner function, local function, whatever you may say. And this function wraps our function that we are passing, say hello ko we wrap kar raha hai. So when I actually say func over here, it's actually going to call say hello function. This say hello function, that's hello is what going to print. Because our function is the say hello function that we have passed. And then at the end, this my decorator, when it finishes its call, it's going to return the wrapper. So when I write this particular statement, say hello is equal to my decorator is what I write. Now, since we already created this, it would be interesting for me to print say hello first. So I print say hello. So when I'm printing hello, it says it's a function say hello, which is stored at this address. Watch it very carefully. This will be important for us now. And this is when I executed the code only till here. So say hello is a function which is referring to a function which is stored at this address. Now what I'm doing is I'm saying my decorator is equal I'm passing say hello as a parameter to it, and it's going to return something. What is it going to return? It's going to return the wrapper. So when I execute this particular statement, okay, and now if I print say hello, let's see what gets printed. Watch it. This is a different object, and this is a different object that we have now. What is it telling us? Earlier, this name say hello was referring to this particular function. Now, the same name say hello is referring to this function. Why? Because when we called my decorator, this wrapper function has been returned. This wrapper has been stored at some other address. Watch that very carefully. This was at 19D8, and this is at 0D38. And 0D38 is the address of this wrapper function, not our say hello function. But names are just names. They're just identifiers. And your function can be given any name at any point of time. Now, since this name say hello, I'm not saying this function say hello. I'm saying this name say hello now refers to this wrapper function, because wrapper has been returned, and that return function was assigned to this particular say hello closure kind of thing, what we had seen. Now, when I call this say hello, it is not this say hello that's going to get called. I have intentionally kept the name as same. So say hello was a function which is stored at some address 538. This is an address where it has been stored. So likewise, we had this my decorator function that has been created. Now, when I write this particular function my decorator, I'm giving a call to this particular callable object, that's my decorator. I'm passing a function as a parameter. So decorators are functions, are callables, which takes in a function as a callable as a parameter and return another callable. So to this my decorator, I'm passing say hello as a function. I'm passing function, but it's not returning function. It's returning another function called as wrapper. So when I write this particular statement, note my function say hello. I'll just write the statement once again. Say hello is currently referring to this location. But when I execute this particular statement, when I'm executing this statement, henceforth, the name say hello will not be referring to that location. It will be referring to some other location. So if I now again write a statement saying print say hello, watch it. It's referring to some other function 90D8. And this was 538. But what appears to the user is I have a function called as say hello. Originally, if I had given a call to this particular say hello function, originally means I mean something like this. Say we had executed this, and had I called the function called as say hello. Suppose if I had called a function called as say hello. So what's the behavior of say hello? So whenever I call say hello, it's printing only hello. That's the behavior. And our objective is to modify the behavior of the function without touching that function. So I would like to change the behavior of the function. I do not want to touch that particular function. And that is precisely what is achieved by decorators. They return a wrapper. So when I'm saying my decorator say hello, when I write this statement, our function is going to be wrapped by this particular wrapper. So now when I write this statement, it's returning us some other say hello object. Actually, this say hello is a different function that is returning us. A function which is stored at 51F8, that location. So now if I call say hello, it's not just going to print say hello. It's not just going to print hello. It says before say hello is called, hello after say hello is called. How does it happen now? Because when I gave a call to this my decorator, what was executed is this function got executed. What it returned is a wrapper. So now say hello refers to the wrapper. Now if I say, what is say hello? Yeah, if I say hello dot underscore underscore name underscore underscore. So it's actually referring to wrapper. So say hello is no longer referring to say hello function now. Say hello is referring to a wrapper. So this wrapper is what is being referred to by a function, this identifier called as say hello. But what appears to the user is calling function say hello, and the behavior of the say hello function has got changed. Now, this is how we used decorator earlier. Now you really do not have to write such complex code, which will again lead to so many questions that user may have. You may say, sir, anyway, it's a new function that you are returning. Say hello is just a name given to this new function. New function is being called. Now the syntax is slightly better. Now, what kind of syntax do we use nowadays? Nowadays, when we go ahead wrapping, so what we do is we use a decorator. We say @mydecorator. This is a Py syntax that we use. You could refer to the PEP. It will tell you what this Py syntax are all about. So I can say @mydecorator and my function. Now any function, now here this my function, listen to very carefully what I'm saying. That's how we read it now. We say my function has been decorated by this my decorator. That's it. You do not have to give a call to my decorator, return its value and store the wrapper into a my function once again. All that stuff you don't have to do. You just have to decorate that particular function by this decorator. So I'm saying my decorator, I'm saying my function has been decorated with a decorator called as my decorator. So suppose if I have a function called as capitalize that takes one function as a parameter and returns another function as a result. This is a wrapper function which is there inside in the as per the last example goes. And I would like to use this capitalize. So what I'll do is I'll decorate it. Let me just show you with the help of an example. Now here we use this earlier syntax. This was traditionally how it was done. Now I'll not be doing that. I'll use decorator. I'll say there's a function called as savey. It is similar to say hello. And I have decorated it with my decorator. Now, moment I decorate this particular function with my decorator, henceforth when I say savey, it's not just v it's going to print. Watch it now what happens. I have decorated this function with my decorator and I give a call to this function savey. When I do that, say savey is called v and savey after savey. Actually, it was supposed to print only this particular statement saying v. Now that has not happened. Why? Because when we apply this decorator, how do I read this statement? How do I read this statement? When I apply a decorator to a callable, how should I read this statement? This should have been read as something like this. You should have read it as say what's actually happening. Savey is equal to my decorator in which I again pass savey. This is how you should be reading this statement. So this is precisely what has actually happened. So when I wrote this particular statement, this is what has actually happened. And it looks like you have to interpret it in this fashion. Savey is equal to my decorator savey. And how is the syntax? So very simple now. And the user just now we are saying that this particular function has been decorated by this particular decorator, means this function is going to be passed to this my decorator as a parameter. It's going to return you another wrapper function, and that is being given a new name as savey. So when I call savey, instead of just saying v, it is now saying something more. It is now saying savey is called before and savey is called after, and between that it has said v. So that's how decorators work. We just now saw one more example of a decorator which was about capitalization. So let's take that additional example as well if we have one. Okay, so there is a function called as capitalized. It takes a function as a parameter, accepted. I'll read it in different way. It takes one function as a parameter and returns another function. So it has a nested function, inner function. So it's taking one function as a parameter, returning another function. Listen to it very carefully, yeah? What's happening. This wrapper function calls the function that you have supplied, stores the result into variable, and the result is converted to uppercase. That's how this capitalized function actually works. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to decorate some function with this decorator called as capitalize. So I have a say hello. Say hello is going to return as hello anytime I call say hello. Normally, if I had called say hello, oh, it's just the previous say hello that we had. The same say hello is getting printed. The decorator still exists in the memory. So what I'll do is I'll just take a new console and start once again. Because last example also we had say hello, the same say hello got called. Now here I go. I have this function say hello. If I now call say hello, what it has printed? It says name say hello is not defined. Oh, the name is slightly different. It's say underscore hello. It's say underscore hello. So when I say hello, it's just printing hello. Whatever we have, say hello, that has got printed. Watch it very carefully. Yeah? But now what I do is I have this capitalize function which is already defined, decorate which is already defined. I decorate this say hello with capitalize. Now if I decorate it with capitalize, and now if I call say hello, see what happens. It has printed hello in uppercase. First time when we called say hello, it printed hello in small case. Now we are calling, it's printing hello in uppercase. What's actually happening here? Since this say hello has been decorated with capital I's, how do we read this? We have to say that this say hello has been passed over here as a parameter and it has returned uppercase function. So say hello, instead of referring to this particular code block, is now going to refer to uppercase, because uppercase is being returned. What is this uppercase? So when I call in the program say hello, it is not this function say hello that gets called. What gets called is this particular function called as uppercase. And remember, the enum function maintains the remembers the state of the enclosing scope. Last time we had talked about function objects and everything. So when I say func is actually referring to say hello, the original say hello function that is there. Func is actually referring to that original say hello. So when we call this func, what gets returned is hello. Hello gets turned into result, and result dot uppercase is the value that is being returned. So when we call this function say hello, the behavior of the function has changed. Earlier, the behavior of the function was to return the text in small case. Now the behavior of the function is to return the text in uppercase. So we saw this use of decorators, how we can use this notation at the rate decorators. Such syntax was earlier not available in Python. Earlier, we had to call that function and do all those things. Now we can just decorate. So this is a decorator. What is a decorator? I'll repeat again. It's a callable. It's any callable which takes in a function as an argument, one callable as an argument, and returns another callable, and that's a decorator. So if I say decorator f, note that f is some function, and I want to pass some arguments to the wrapper. That is something which is possible now. So we can also pass some arguments, and those arguments will be used in our application. So let's see as to how to pass arguments. We'll take some additional example. Suppose if I have a function called as func, which takes in two arguments, and I have a decorator that has been applied here. So when I say at the rate decorator, is read as function is equal to decorator func. That's okay, but this function has to take in two parameters. So when I pass these two parameters, how am I going to receive those two parameters? That is what we need to really understand. Now this cannot be done by having multiple arguments over here. Here we have to take star args, arbitrary number of arguments. So you have an opportunity to pass any number of arguments to this particular function. So let's take some examples of passing arguments and then let's proceed further. Let's also look at one more decorator. Let's come over here. Here we'll take up this particular example that we just now discussed. Let's understand this particular behavior. How do you achieve this particular objective? Let's understand it over here. So I have a decorator which is going to take in some function as a parameter. I'll just say func. It's going to take some function as a parameter. Whatever function that I pass it as a parameter is going to, you call that particular function. It's going to call that particular function. So if I call that particular function saying result is equal to func of star args is what I'm saying. Okay, star args is what I have said. And so I'm passing some arguments to it. Let's see whether it will work or not. And from here, I'm going to return result. And I have a function called as func. Let me give it another name. I say there is a function called as add addition. Suppose addition. There's a function called as addition, and this addition function is going to carry out operation of addition of two numbers. Assume it's going to carry out addition of two numbers. So I'll just say return x plus y is what I have written. Now, if I say return x plus y, will it work or not? Let's actually check. And how do I have to redesign this particular function so that it can carry out addition of those arbitrary number of arguments is what we would like to have a look at. And then later I plan to call that particular function. I'd like to print addition of 3, 4. Let's save this function. Let's run this particular function and see what happens. And we'll make necessary changes to that particular function. I say def decorator. That's going to take in some function as a parameter. And it has a wrapper function. So it has another function called as wrapper, which takes star args as parameter. Which takes star args as a parameter. And whatever parameter that has taken, I'm going to say result is equal to func, whatever function that we have passed, in this particular function, I'm going to receive those arguments. I'm going to pass those arguments. I'm going to say return, this function result is what I say, and here it says return the wrapper. Suppose if I write something like this, let's see what happens. So I have this function called as addition. I say def addition star args. These are my arguments that I may pass, whatever number of arguments I would like to pass. And for a moment, let me just print args. So if I create a function called as args, and if I print args, so let us call this function addition. Addition, if I pass 3, 4, is printing this tuple called as 3, 4. It's just giving us a result of that particular tuple. And if I say sum of underscore, let's see what we get. So we tried to carry out operation of the return value. The return was the tuple. So I say I have a tuple t is equal to 3, 4, and I say sum of t. So we got answer as so and so. So if I'm going to get answer sum of so and so, what I'll do is over here, I'll just call this particular, instead of print, I'll just say sum. Now if I'm going to return the sum of these arguments, let's see what happens now. So this function is going to just change this, perform this operation of addition. And if I wanted to carry out some kind of operations on those arguments, that is also something which is very much possible before I perform the operation of addition. Point is how to pass arguments. That is what I'm trying to demonstrate. So if I say if underscore name underscore equal to underscore main underscore. Now here we start. We say addition. I'm going to decorate this one. So normally what is happening now, while I have created this particular function, it's going to return it. And it's going to return. So if I normally, when I create this function, anytime I give a call to this function, addition, if I pass 3, 4, 5, if I give back, it gives me answer as 12. If I pass only 3, 4, they'll give me answer as 7. So that's a simple addition function that I have created. Any number of arguments that you pass will perform the operation of addition of those values. Now, if I now decorated this @decorator, so that's a decorator that I have. So with this decorator, I'm going to decorate this particular function. And in this function, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, or whatever arguments that we have, we'll take square, we'll carry out some kind of changes on those arguments. If we will just carry out some kind of changes on those arguments. And then we could have called that particular result, or whatever the result is there, we could have taken square of that result, and so on. So result was there, we could have just taken square of the result. So I say return result raised to 2. So normally that function was supposed to perform only operation of addition. Now this function is carrying out some kind of change on that function. So that's a behavioral change that I have brought about. So watch it very carefully. Till now, whenever I'm giving call to function addition, till the time I have not decorated it, whatever values we pass, suppose if I say now again, addition of 3, 4, I'm still getting answer as 7. And I have some decorator which will perform some more operations on that. So now I decorate this particular function. And here I now call addition of 3, 4 is what I'm calling. I say addition of 3, 4, and I'm going to print the statement addition of 3, 4. Last time when we give a call to addition of 3, 4, it gave me answer as 7. Let's give an answer as 49 instead of 7. Point is, this function addition was just supposed to give you addition of the arguments that we have passed. Now we are getting square of the addition. 3 plus 4 was 7. So instead of returning 7, it has returned a 7 ka square. So to the user of this particular function, this decorator has changed the behavior of the function. Now if I remove this decorator, and if I run this particular function, let's see what happens. We still get answer as 7. And if I apply this decorator, and then if I run this particular program, I'm getting answer as 49, 7 ka square. Result square 2 is being written. Answer as 49. But the call still remains the same. Watch it very carefully. The call still remains the same. That means this function addition without decorator was returning value as 7. I'm calling the same function addition, although it's not the same function, but to the user it appears as if he's still calling the function called as addition, but the answer is different. This time he's getting answer as 49 because we have applied a decorator. Decorator, what does it do? Conceptually, physically aisa nahi hai. Conceptually what it does, to whichever function this decorator has been applied to, that function, that decorator will alter the behavior of this particular function. So this function was supposed to return only the sum. Now you have got square of the sum and so on. That is what it has done. So Ashutosh, this is how you can pass arguments. But the only restriction over here is if you have to pass arguments, you have to take variable number of arguments, arbitrary number of arguments only. And that's how we can pass those arguments. And any number of arguments I could have passed. Now 3, 4, 5 if I pass, that will also work. So whatever the result is, 9 plus 3, 12, 144 is what it will give us the answer. 12 square is 144. So it has got answer as 144. So the function which has now been wrapped can also be given, we can also pass arguments to that particular function. And if you really want to know, was this original addition function actually being called? Yeah, we can check that. What we could have done over here is, I could have just called the function name, func, which function it is. So I'll say wrapped is, I'll say here, comma, underscore name, func dot underscore name, yeah, attribute underscore. So we're going to print the name of that particular function, which is the actual function that actually gets called. So, and here when I'm saying addition now after wrapper, so what is addition referring to? Let's also check that. Let's also check that. So I say print, watch it very carefully. I say addition dot, okay. So let's run and keep this thing ready now. So what is addition actually referring to? You should not talk about it, but you should know about it. It's referring to the wrapper function. Watch it, is referring to the function called as wrapper. It is given answer as a wrapper. But when I give a call to this addition over here, it is wrapper that will get called, okay. But here when you're calling func, it's actually our original function addition that is going to get called. So let's give this call and see. So when we give a call, आपने wrapper को call किया यहाँ गए, the function that is actually called कौन सा है? Addition is the actual function that is getting called. क्योंकि addition यही call हो रहा है because ये जो inner function है, that maintains the state of the variable of its outer function. तो func में आपने क्या pass किया था decorator call करते समय? Indirectly when you have decorated this particular function, so addition was passed. So func was actually referring to addition. So this is your addition function which actually gets called here. This is addition function which gave you the addition result, and you have now returned square of the addition and so on. But forget about what is happening internally. What is the true case? Just keep it aside. What appears, that is more important. It appears that we have a function addition whose behavior has changed by the decorator. So decorator has altered the behavior of this particular function. So this decorator had this wrapper function inside it, and that has altered the behavior of our function which we have passed. Look at this now. If I have to pass arguments, in the last example, we have passed argument to the wrapper, and we said we have to take arbitrary number of arguments over here. So we can take two types of arguments, arbitrary number of positional arguments, or you can also take keyword arguments. Dictionary is also something that we could pass. So there is a function called as do twice. Watch it very carefully. Yeah. And there is advantage of going for arbitrary number of arguments. I'll just show you what's an advantage of going for this arbitrary number of arguments. I could pass 3 arguments, I could pass 4 arguments, I could pass this number of argument. So let me just do one operation and see first. If I had said none into 2, okay, so none type is not integer that we can raise to 2 and so on. Huh? It's not integer that we can raise to 2 and so on. Okay, so in this example, I'll not be any number of arguments you could have passed. So here we passed 3 arguments. First we had passed 2 arguments. The best thing about if I was not going to alter the behavior, the best thing about it is you may pass or you may not pass argument. You may pass only one argument. Suppose if I was not returning this result into square, suppose for a moment, if I was not returning this result into square, so in that case, and if I was going to print some extra statement over here, so in that case, you could have passed any number of arguments over here. But in this case, one place I have passed 3, another place I have passed, one place I have passed 2 arguments, one place I have passed 2 arguments, other place I am passing 3 arguments. Arbitrary number of arguments are actually being passed. Let's look at it. एक जगह 49 है, तो दूसरी जगह 144 है. Now let's come to this particular function. I have a function called as do twice, which can take an arbitrary number of positional arguments, and it can also take up keyword arguments. Keyword arguments is what you can pass. I'm calling the function 2 times. So suppose if I have a function called as say hello, or let us talk about say hello here. Let's mark this as comment for a moment. I have a function called as say hello. To this particular function say hello, I have applied one decorator called as do twice. What is this function do twice going to do? Listen to me very carefully. What is it going to do? Watch it very carefully. Do twice, whichever function that you pass, it calls that function 2 times. It calls the function 2 times. Every time this function is called, it's going to print hello, it's going to return bye. That's the behavior of this particular function. Now, we have this do twice executed once, and we have this say hello now. And say hello, to which we have applied only one decorator called as do twice. I'm going to show you multiple decorators also. I'll explain it. I have passed only one decorator called as do twice. Now, if I give a call to this say hello should actually print hello and return bye. So if I give a call to this say hello, what happens? It prints hello, hello 2 times. Now tell me what would happen if I say hello in this fashion. So let's see what actually happens. I say hello. Remember now, say hello is referring to your do wrapper. Here I'm calling say hello function. Here I'm calling say hello. And this say hello is actually referring to this do wrapper. But here, when you say func, is actually calling this hello, say hello. So it's going to print hello. Whatever value has been written is lost. Whatever value has been written is lost. So here, this call and this call should ideally give us same result. Let's see whether it gives us the same result. It says hello, hello, and then last minute had sent as null, none. So what has actually happened over here is, when we gave a call to say hello, we came here, say hello got printed once, say hello got printed twice, and this wrapper did not return anything. So since this wrapper did not return anything, the last value that got printed was nothing but none. The bye did not get printed. Bye did not get printed. So we need to have a design in a different way. If we really wanted to also have this return value, then the design of this particular function has to be different. Design of that function has to be different. Now, this say hello function is not taking any parameter. But this wrapper which has been written is taking in 2 arguments. Wrapper which is taking 2 arguments. And our say hello, this say hello no longer refers to this say hello now. Because if the wrapper has been applied, so it's referring to this wrapper do twice now. Now to this wrapper do twice, I'm going to pass 2 arguments. I say Dheeraj and Manish. So if I call Dheeraj and Manish, it says say hello takes 0 position argument, but 2 were given. How is it now? And I'll show you what does say hello refer to. What does say hello refer to? So say hello dot underscore underscore name underscore underscore. Say h small. ये किसे रेफर कर रहा है? Do wrapper twice. Do wrapper twice तो argument ले रहा है. And so if I pass 2 arguments to say hello, it should have worked. If I am calling this say hello, it's printing that say hello. Here I go. I'll just call this statement. If I call it, it has printed say hello 2 times. तो अगर मैंने say hello में धीरज और मनीष पास किया, तो this do twice should have got called. यहाँ वो receive होना चाहिए था. And function में those arguments should have been passed. This is the statement where it is generating error. This is not the statement where it has generated an error. What actually happened, you should watch that statement. Error क्या आ रहा है वो पढ़ना चाहिए आपने. So when I'm saying say hello Dheeraj and Manish, it says say hello doesn't take in parameter. It is not talking about wrapper does not take in parameters. Wrapper is taking in parameters. But यहाँ जहाँ func को call कर रहे हैं आप, func को call करते समय this say hello is actually being called, and is it taking any parameter? No. So this error was not over here. Error was at this line. But now we wanted to create a generalized function. So if you wanted to create a generalized function, suppose if I have another function called as greet. This greet takes in some arguments. Say hello does not take in an argument. Now, when I'm saying say hello doesn't take in argument, that's okay. Here, when I'm passing star ARGS and the star KWRGS, Anyway, these are arbitrary number of arguments, 0 to n number of arguments. So it's as good as saying I'm not passing any argument. So even with this say hello, if I'm passing this and if null is then passed to it, there is no issue. No argument is passed to it, no issues. Now I write a function called as greet that also takes an arbitrary number of arguments and it's going to print all arguments inside it. For each element inside ARGS is going to print all the arguments, and that has also been applied do twice. So let me first not apply do twice. Let me just create this greet, and if I called greet Dheeraj and Manish is what I called, it will just print Dheeraj and Manish once. But moment I applied this decorator do twice, and now if I say greet Dheeraj comma Manish, now watch it, Dheeraj Manish 2 times. So what is happening this time around? Or if I do not pass any argument, let's see now what happens if I do not pass any arguments to this particular function greet. Okay, arbitrary number of arguments, I do not pass, and I give a call to this particular function called as greet. Let's see what happens. I give a call to this particular function greet, no issues, because anyway it was arbitrary number of arguments. So how it is working, when I pass call greet, it is not greet that is getting called. What is getting called is wrapper do twice. Here Dheeraj and Manish is received. Function में Dheeraj Manish is passed, so they have got printed 2 times. If I really wanted to return the value from this particular function, then from here also we will have to return the value. How to return it, I'll show you in another example. Now, is this behavior understood? This and this was taking an argument, this was not taking an argument. The safest way to create a generalized wrapper is, I'm using the word generalized wrapper. That means you will now be in a position to call a function which does not take an argument or which takes an argument, because here we have used keyword arguments and arbitrary number of arguments is was something that we have used. Now, I have one function called as debug. It's one of the use case of decorators. मुझे किसी function को decorate कर रहा हूँ मैं उसे, तो there is one use case that I have whichever function name I pass to this debug, it will have a wrapper that is going to be returned. ये wrapper क्या करने वाला है, ये आपको बताने वाला है कौन सा function return हो रहा है, और उसके अंदर के जो arguments है ना, keywords arguments या आपके positional arguments, ये positional arguments, arbitrary number of arguments, keyword arguments, उनकी length क्या है वो print करने वाला है total मिला के, and total कितने अपने arguments पास किए वो return करेगा. वो function को call करेगा, return value catch करेगा, और return value क्या है वो return करेगा. तो it's going to also return the name of the function which is being called. उसकी return value क्या है वो बता रहा है. It's also going to return that particular value. So such is a wrapper. I have not yet discussed R with you all, but don't worry for a moment. अगर इसे हटा भी देंगे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Raw strings I have not told you about these expressions, how to read those particular expressions. But anyway, that doesn't matter as of now. But you could just say function.name __. That's also okay. So here we have created this debug. Now what is going to happen is I'm going to wrap this with 2 functions, do twice and debug. Now important is how do you read this statement now? Now say hello has been passed to debug or to twice. That is what we really need to understand. So we can also have something called as nesting of decorators. To support multiple nested steps of argumentation, decorator syntax allows us to add multiple layers of wrapper logic to a decorator function or a method. When this feature is used, each decorator must appear in line of its own. The last decorator listed is the first applied and the most deeply nested when the original function name is later called. What does it mean? Simplest way. I have function f which has been decorated with C, B and A. And then there is this function f that we have actually called. So when you call this particular function f, we have defined this particular function f. Actually what's going to happen is this particular decoration that we have applied over here, f has been decorated C and C has been decorated B and B has been decorated A, is as good as saying f was passed to C, the result was passed to B, and the result was passed to A. That means nesting of decorators happened. That means A has been applied on B and B has been applied on C and C has been applied on F. That is what is happening. So F is passed to this particular function C. What is the return that is passed to B and what is the return that has been passed to function decorator A is what is being passed. So let's understand this before we go ahead with the next discussion. Here we go. So I have applied 2 different decorators. I'll take a simpler example also, but that 2 different decorators have now been applied. So how is it going to work? So when we apply debug at the bottom, so this debug is the function that will be passed, called, to which say hello is passed. This debug is returning wrapper debug, and this wrapper debug will be passed to do twice. and then do twice will be working on that wrapper debug and so on. Let's see, is that the way? Does it really work? So I applied this decorator 2 times. So I have this decorator called as do debug. I'll put a simple function as well, just to keep help you understand the sequence. And then this do twice is what I have. Okay, I have created. Now if I call this say hello, let's see what happens. If I call say hello, it says calling say hello with 0 argument, hello. Say hello return bye bye. Calling say hello with 0 arguments, hello. Say hello return bye. Now let's understand how it has actually worked. Have you noted one thing? Over here, calling say hello with 0 argument, calling say hello with 0 argument, and printing hello, that has got printed 2 times. And that is an operation that we had actually done over here, calling so and so, and this value has been returned. So this particular function has got called 2 times. That means do twice did not apply onto hello. Do twice has now got applied onto debug. So if I have to put across in simple statement, it was as good as writing. Watch it, if you understand. It was as good as writing say hello is equal to do twice के अंदर debug और उसके अंदर this is what has actually happened. ये हुआ यहाँ. So when we applied this particular nested wrappers, one after another. So what happened? This say hello was passed to debug and debug was passed to do twice. Means what? When I pass this say hello to debug, listen to me. When I pass this say hello to debug, this wrapper debug has been returned, and this wrapper debug has now been passed to do twice. So when we now, and the name has been given to say hello. So say hello does not refer any longer to this wrapper debug. It's actually referring to wrapper do twice. Proof kya hai iska? Let me show you the proof of that. Let me show you the proof of that. I'm going to say underscore hello dot. इसे रेफर कर रहा है, wrapper do twice को रेफर कर रहा है. How did it happen? Because you pass this say hello to debug, it gave you wrapper debug. This wrapper debug was passed to do twice, and it gave you wrapper do twice, and the wrapper do twice was being referred to by say hello. So henceforth in the program, any place if I say hello, what will actually get called is wrapper do twice. Wrapper do twice में जो func है, that is actually wrapper debug. So that's printing. This function has been called. It calls that particular function, gets the value. In our case, what does value return? It returns value as by. It returns value as by. So by value has been stored over here, and then we say it has returned value by and returns value by. Okay, whatever value has been returned has not been received over here. So that by value that has been returned is lost. It did not print value by separately. It has told you that value returned is by, but did not get printed separately. It did not get printed. Watch it. When I'm running this particular function, after if I applied these two decorators, when I'm running this say hello on line number 42, by does not get printed separately. Watch it. It says saying hello with 0 argument. So this is saying hello with 0 argument. Length so and so, that has got printed. Then hello has been printed. Hello क्यों print हो रहा है? जब आप यहाँ func को call कर रहे हैं तो आपका ये hello print हो रहा है. Hello print होने के बाद this particular function returns by got stored here. So मैंने print किया कि by आया है, but जो by return हुआ, that by return हुआ, ये value यहाँ से return किए, this return value went over here and has been lost. That was not printed in this wrapper do twice. Now I can decorate, I can import. Okay, so from function decorator 4, I import do twice as well as debug. Both of them I have imported. Make greeting is a function to which I'm going to pass one argument called as name. Second is optional argument. You may pass, you may not pass, your choice. So if somebody passes a name, only name, so I'm going to say, how do you name? When age is none, if age has not been passed. But if somebody has passed age as well, I'm going to say, wow, name, so I pass Gita, I'll say Gita, 20 years already, you're growing up. That's the message I'm going to print. So depending on age pass, this is a compulsory argument, whereas this is an optional argument. This argument is required. This is an optional argument. This is a required argument. Different types of arguments we have seen. This is a required argument. This is an optional argument because this has default value called as none. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I use this function greeting. So when I call this particular function greeting, it's just going to print whatever name that we pass. ये make greeting अलग है और greeting अलग है. And it's also going to return the same value what it has printed. It's going to return the same value. So that's another function. Now I say greet Shubhra. So let me just give a call to this particular, I execute this function and I say greet Shubhra. So if I say greet Shubhra, it says hello Shubhra. It says hello Shubhra. Let's understand what has happened. So when I say greet Shubhra, we came over here, it says hello and whatever name that we have passed, that has been substituted over here to hello Shubhra. It also returned value Shubhra. So to understand that, I'll now say greet Farid and I'm going to print it. So when I'm saying print it, क्या हुआ? Hello Farid दो बार. ऐसा कैसे हो रहा है? Because when I'm saying greet Farid, तो greet Farid call होने पर it has printed once, returned one value, and the return value was printed by this print statement. So it has printed it twice. Okay. So we understood this function called as greet. Now what I'm going to do is on this greet, I'm going to apply both the decorators, or let me apply one decorator at a time. I apply only one decorator called as debug and I say greet Shubhra once again. Watch it very carefully. I have applied only one decorator called as debug and I am saying greet Shubhra. So when I say greet Shubhra, it says calling greet with one argument, printed hello Shubhra, greet return hello Shubhra. So जो return क्या value, that is the output that we are actually getting to see here. But वह कुछ print नहीं हो रहा है, सिर्फ return क्या है, return output यहाँ print हो रहा है. अगर मैं यहाँ print किया देता, then we could have seen that particular value. But this is the output that has got, we have got. क्या output आया है? Hello greeting with one argument. How did it happen? Because hello calling function hello with one argument. Then हमने उस function को call किया, उसने value return किया Shubhra, so it returned hello Shubhra. So this is what has actually happened. Now that was about only because of debug. Now I say do twice debug. So if I say do twice, I have applied it once again. What's going to happen now? So when I do this now, ये जो function जो call हो रहा था यहाँ, जो एक बार execute हुआ है, this statement, ये before calling, while calling, after calling, this will get called twice now. That means this particular function, wrapper debug, will get called twice. दो बार call होगा. Now if it's going to get called twice, let's see what happens. I'm here and I execute this. आ गया calling greeter with one argument, hello Shubhra, greeting return. ये एक call हो गया. Calling greet with one argument, hello Shubhra, greet returned by hello Shubhra. So point is, decorators once you have created, you can use them in another application as well. So from one module you can use it in another module. It's just we have to import like any other modules that we have been importing. Likewise, I have imported, I say from decorator 4, that's one module, that last example that was there. I import do twice as well as import debug. Now let's go to this make greeting. Now this make greeting has been applied only one decorator called as debug. So it has been applied only one decorator. तो एक ही decorator apply किया है. That means make greeting is actually referring to this do debug, जिसमें ये statements print होने वाले. Now depending on what you are passing, कितने arguments pass करें, तो मैंने make greeting को call करते समय I pass two values. क्या क्या pass किया मैंने? Make greeting में lucky and age equal to 21. Now if I pass age equal to 21, तो none तो नहीं रहेगा, 21 आ गया यहाँ. तो I pass these two arguments over here. Let's see what happens. It says make greeting with two arguments. Make greeting return, wow lucky 21, you are growing up. But then I have applied debug, so it has worked only once. Okay, I did not apply it twice. तो ये statement print हुआ, ये function call हुआ. Call होने पर तो आप यहाँ इसके अंदर कुछ कर नहीं रहे, आपने सिर्फ value return की. तो whatever value has now been returned, वो आपने यहाँ statement print किया और value return की. तो then the return value we did not print. हमने तो directly इतना ही लिखा है. So how did it work? When I said make greeting, what got called was debug. यहाँ lucky और आपका keyword arguments दूसरा जो आपका था age and 21 that was received here. Positional argument यहाँ यही receive हुआ, dictionary नहीं है, यही receive हुआ. Keyword arguments age equal 21 यहाँ आ गया. And then I say function name with args का length plus keyword argument का length, उसका total value कितना आ गया, तो 2 आ गया. दो arguments आपने पास किए. Function को call किया आपने args and kwargs. जब function को call किया, that time this function actually got called. Yeah, this function got called. Name and आपका keyword argument that has been called. Now ये call होने पर age none नहीं है, तो else में गया, age is none नहीं है, यहाँ गया, and it has returned as value saying make greeting return, wow lucky 21 already you are growing up. That is what we return. ये return किया गया and return कहाँ हुआ? यहाँ ये वैल्यू यहाँ स्टोर भी हो गया, आपने इसे यहाँ प्रिंट किया एंड दैट्स द रीजन इट गॉट एक्चुअली प्रिंटेड। फिर आपने यहाँ से वैल्यू रिटर्न किया, वो आपको यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है। नाउ लेट मी शो यू डेकोरेटर विच कैन टेक इन आर्गुमेंट, दैट वाज समथिंग आशुतोष हैड आस्क्ड। तो आई हैव अ डेकोरेटर कॉल्ड एज रिपीट दैट टेक्स num टाइम एज अ पैरामीटर। अब ये थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, जो इसमें क्या हो रहा है, दिस इज माई डेकोरेटर आई एम सेइंग, ये डेकोरेटर के अंदर दूसरा डेकोरेटर है, डेकोरेटर रिपीट, इसमें फंक पास किया जाएगा। अरे ये क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग, नो दिस इज सो वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स। सो इफ आई से रिपीट, यहाँ तो नम टाइम्स कह रहे हैं, आज तक हम लोग कह रहे थे डेकोरेटर कैसे होते हैं, डेकोरेटर्स आर फंक्शन विच टेक्स अनदर फंक्शन एज एन आर्गुमेंट। तो दिस इज डेफिनेटली नॉट अ डेकोरेटर देन। अगर ये डेकोरेटर है तो इट शुड बी टेकिंग अ फंक्शन एज एन आर्गुमेंट एंड दैट्स नॉट हैपनिंग हियर नाउ, यहाँ तो हो नहीं रहा है वैसे। तो डेकोरेटर हमने अब तक जो देखे, डेकोरेटर्स आर फंक्शन विच टेक्स इन अ फंक्शन एज एन आर्गुमेंट एंड रिटर्न अनदर फंक्शन, रिटर्न अनदर फंक्शन। बट हियर in this case we have a special function which has a decorator that it returns, यानी ये खुद एक डेकोरेटर रिटर्न करने वाला है। देखो this particular decorator takes a function as an argument, so this can be a decorator. So this particular function repeat num times returns decorator as an argument, it returns a decorator. तो ये जो डेकोरेटर रिटर्न करेगा, ओके डेकोरेटर रिटर्न करेगा, क्यों डेकोरेटर कर रहा है, बिकॉज दिस फंक्शन टेक्स अ फंक्शन एज एन आर्गुमेंट, वन फंक्शन एज एन आर्गुमेंट एंड वॉच इट, एक मिनट, and returns another function as a parameter. It is taking func as an argument and returning wrapper repeat as an return value. तो ये आपका डेकोरेटर जरूर है, this is your decorator. So what am I going to do now? I say repeat num times equal to 10 and that I have applied to this function called as grid. Num time equal to 5 कहता हूँ for a moment. Let me just say 5. तो जब num times equal to 5 कहूँगा तो ये 5 तो यहाँ रिसीव हो गया. How do I read this word? How do I read this particular statement? I say at the rate repeat num times. So at the rate repeat num times, that means I'm calling this particular function num times. Listen to me very carefully. I'm calling this function called as repeat num times. So anytime if I call this particular function repeat num times, what are we going to get? Let's actually do that and see. If I call this function called as repeat, and if I pass 3, it returned as a function. And which function did it return as? Decorator repeat. And that's my decorator. Listen to me very carefully now. That is a decorator that it has returned. So when I'm saying repeat num times, it's returning this particular repeat decorator, that function that is returning. Listen to me very carefully. Yeah? So when I apply this repeat to this greet, so greet is not passed to repeat now. This function is called, listen to me very carefully, this function is called, this function is returning as a decorator. This function is returning as a decorator. This decorator repeat is what is being returned. And this greet will be passed to this decorator repeat. So if greet is passed to decorate repeat, so func will now represent your greet. Now here when I come def wrapper repeater, ये जो भी arguments आपके जो रहेंगे, जो आप wrapper repeat को pass करोगे, here I say for underscore in the range num times. अब ये underscore कहाँ से आ रहा है? Underscore may be the previous value that we have. Underscore is the previous value that we have. अब previous value कहाँ से आ रहा है हमारे पास? What is this previous value? Now previous value should be this number of times that we actually wanted to have, because that is the number of times I would like to repeat. Okay, ये num times तो आपने यहाँ लिया है. For underscore, now what is this underscore referring to? That's something which is very, very important. So what I'm going to do is, just to understand what is this underscore, I'll just say print underscore, some variable underscore. Now, if I say print underscore, let's see, there is no statement that is there. So if I'm saying underscore, it says array undefined symbol called as underscore. So I just wanted the loop to repeat that many number of times. So had I said if x in the range 1 to num, would it make any difference for this particular function? Would it make any difference for this function? I'm saying x in the range so many number of times. I just wanted to say that this function has to be called that many number of times. And had I applied this repeat so and so, I have applied this repeat so and so, and if I give a call saying repeat greet Amar, Amar is getting printed. So यहाँ आप underscore डालो, यहाँ आप x डालो, that will not make any change to my application. Let me see. Hello Amar ही आ रहा है क्या underscore लिखने पर भी? I just wanted some kind of variable. Same thing. So here you can just say anything. So I just say t in the range num times. It is just to show that this particular statement has to be repeated that many number of times. Understand करने की कोशिश करो मगर थोड़ा सा confusing है. Just pay an attention here. Forget about what I have done later. नीचे और क्या क्या है वो भूल जाइए for a moment. What I have done at the bottom, just forget it for a moment. Just focus on this repeat function once. understand, if I call repeat, what is going to return is a decorator repeat. This is my decorator. This is not the decorator, but this is the decorator that's going to return. So when I say @repeat, so what is actually happening is we are calling repeat. The repeat returns decorator repeat to which this greet is being passed. But this decorator repeat remembers other inner functions always remembers the state of the outer one. It's the inclusive function. We have learned this in Clojure. They always remember the variables of its outer state when the function is being called. So when I write this statement, greet, now greet refers to that state of this function repeat where num times ka value was 5. But decorator repeat is what it has actually returned. Decorator repeat is what is actually being called. And this decorator repeat takes this wrapper repeat as a parameter. So what we'll do is here we'll print the name of the function that's going to get called. Here, where do I print? Anyway, when I say this func, if hello name is being printed, so obviously it is greet that is being called. It's greet that is being called. So how it is working? So I just showed you. If I call this repeat, REPEA, if I call this repeat 3 times, what is returned is this decorator repeat function is being returned. This is the function that is being returned. Now this function that is returned, I will just put in simple words. Look at this. I can do it in some simple ways. I could just say f is equal to repeat of 2. ऐसा कहा मैंने, f is equal to repeat of 2. तो f किसे रेफर कर रहा है? Decorator repeat को रेफर कर रहा है. तो I can now say, watch it very carefully. I could now say, ये जो greet function है ना, समझो इतना ही है, decorate नहीं किया मैंने. ये जो greet function है, I'm gonna write greet is equal to greet. Listen to me carefully. I'm gonna give a call. जहाँ मैंने पास किया मेरा है f और f में मैंने पास किया greet. This is similar syntax what we have seen till now. अब ऐसा अगर मैं कर देता हूँ, now if I call greet and if I pass, let's see what happens. J, if I pass J got repeated 2 times. So what we achieved through this is the same thing that I'm achieving over here. Listen to me what I'm doing. When I say repeat or 2, I got f. f किसे repeat refer कर रहा है? Decorator repeat को refer कर रहा है. तो when I say greet is equal to f of greet, what have we got now? वो भी दिखा देता हूँ मैं आपको. अब greet किसे refer कर रहा है? What is greet referring to? ये wrapper repeat को refer कर रहा है. इसे refer कर रहा है. ओके यानी इस फंक्शन के अंदर डेकोरेट रिपीट है, उसके अंदर ये रैपर रिपीट है, उसे रेफर कर रहा है, इन नेस्टेड फंक्शन को रेफर कर रहा है. सो व्हेन आई अप्लाई रिपीट टू इट, greet is passed to decorator repeat. Listen to me. So func here is my greet, and this decorator repeat is returning this. This decorator repeat is returning this wrapper repeat, whereas this outer function is returning decorator repeat. The inner decorator function is returning wrapper repeat. इसने रिटर्न किया आपको wrapper repeat. So when you give a call, look at my statements. They should help you to understand. I'll write it once again. It is as good as saying, if this decorator was not applied, suppose if this was the only function and if this was the only function, I am repeating it once again for you. I'm saying f is equal to repeat of 3. Okay, f क्या है देख लो. f आपका ये function है, because that is what has been returned by repeat function ने इसे return किया है. Now if I say greet is equal to f मतलब कौन सा है? डेकोरेटर रिपीट. हमने देखा है f is my decorator repeat. और डेकोरेटर रिपीट में जब मैं ग्रीट पास कर रहा हूं, तो ग्रीट किसे रेफर कर रहा है अभी? तो ग्रीट रेफर कर रहा है आपके अंदर के रैपर रिपीट को, बिकॉज आपने जब डेकोरेटर रिपीट को ग्रीट पास किया तो इसने ये वाला रिटर्न किया है, रैपर रिपीट रिटर्न किया है. एंड दिस रैपर रिपीट क्या करेगा? यहाँ आपका जो आउटर फंक्शन में फंक था, वो कौन सा था? आपका फंक्शन पास किया था आपने, इसे ग्रीट पास किया था. तो ग्रीट को कॉल करेगा, that means number of times. Num times जो उसका outer call रहेगा, that means number of times. Now if I call greet and say J, course बाकी है. If I say J got printed 3 times. So we'll stop here today. We'll continue with the discussion next time when we meet. Don't miss next session, because I'll explain use cases थोड़े से और अलग example लूँगा, so that you have that comfort level to understand this concept of decorator. And